So there you are sitting at the Thanksgiving table, and little Timmy, who is in your will, says the right or the wrong thing about Donald Trump, and now you got to change your will. So today I wanted to talk to you about how to change your will, make amendments, make supplements, and make sure that your estate plan is up to date. If you have any questions on this, you can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, to schedule a free consultation with me about how to change your will and any other estate planning document you have. So with that, I gotta explain, in Texas, changing your will is actually kind of similar to just creating a new will. More specifically, you have to have the same requirements. So in other words, you can't just write down, hey, little Timmy's out, little Timmy's in, nothing like that. You gotta make sure it's typed out, signed, 2 witnesses, notary, the whole song and dance, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're creating what's called a codicil, a C-O-D-I-C-I-L. Now, it's not an amendment, it's a codicil. I don't know why they use a weird term, but they do. And in Texas, a codicil requires the same execution requirements as a standard will. So again, signing, notarizing, that's the same situation. And in a codicil, you're going to say, so you're going to identify the paragraph in your current will. You say, this is my current will, this is the date I signed it, this is what it says right here, and now we're going to change it to this paragraph instead. Now, there's some concern on that front. If you write a codicil, you change a paragraph that affects other paragraphs, and you don't mention those other paragraphs in your codicil, that might actually make your will invalid or have legal concerns, because what if it doesn't make sense with the new amended paragraph? So you want to make sure that you're working with an attorney, or make sure you're extremely diligent making sure that your will, when you change that one paragraph, doesn't screw up everything else in your will. Oftentimes people will just write a brand new will. Most of the time it's very, very simple. You take the old one, you take the Word document from the old one, you just change that one paragraph, and then you double check everything else, and then you just sign it again. You're doing the same thing. I am I don't know, I see both sides, but executing a brand new will is not that much more work. It's probably 10% more work than executing a codicil. And if you want to just make sure that your new will is completely valid, that's the way to approach it. That being said, having a new will means that you have an old will, that you want to make sure that you would execute it, or you not execute it, you destroy the old will, you change the old will more thoroughly than normal standards. I'll make a new video on that. It's a little bit more complicated than saying, hey, destroy your old will. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're double checking to make sure that you have your old will with a new amendment, and it's a codicil attached to that old will, or you create an old will, then you make a new will, and you take care of that old will. Either way, those are the 2 paths forward to edit a will in Texas. It requires the same requirements as normal, and honest to goodness, both paths are totally valid. So with that, if you have any questions on it, if you want to change your will, if you want to exclude little Timmy, if you want to include little Timmy, whatever, be more than happy to work with you. Email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or find me on my website. Go to our Contact Us page and schedule a consultation for free on the phone. So thank you so much, and have a great day.